Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Early Aces tournament. This is going to be a brand new tournament that I will be hosting. I am, of course, Chromoid, and it is so good to be back doing this again. And today we're going to start off with kind of a pre-bracket match. Due to the number of entries, we're going to have this match and then just a row of starting matches for the primary bracket system. So these two get to go first and then move on to the rest of the primary brackets. I don't know if it matters. Basically, the winner of this gets to fight against somebody in the first column. Um, so it's just an early. It doesn't really matter. This whoever's in this gets to have an extra fight, basically. This is going to be a contest wherein small planes with propellers only for propulsion duke it out with forward or rear facing fixed guns. There are no turrets. There is very limited speed and control. I believe control surfaces were limited to 12 apiece. That's 12 meters, not 12 actual pieces. Um, so there's very limited control on these vehicles, and they can only shoot forward or backwards. And it's going to be a bit different. It's going to be interesting. There's a couple things to note. First of all, the DQ points are going to work a little differently. You can get disqualification points for going outside the 1,000 meter radius that you're allowed to have, or by being in contact with the ground. I believe minimum height is 80, and I measured these hills to be about 100. So basically, if you hit anything that's not the top of a hill, you should start DQing really quickly. You get 10 points per second for being in contact with the ground, and zero point 0.5 points per second for being out of range. DQ points are set to 1,000 per vehicle, so it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be possible for anyone to accumulate enough DQ points to be despawned forcibly unless they actually have are just in contact with the ground for about 100 seconds or more. Um, which is, I mean, it can be done. Basically, if you're on the ground for that long, you're already out. The way that's going to work is any DQ points you accumulate by the end of the match, assuming you don't outright kill your opponent, is going to be subtracted from your total percent health. Um, so every specific vehicle, so like this Blue Angel on the left here, if it has say 15 DQ points at the end of this, it's going to lose 15% of its finishing HP, and that will be taken into consideration. There's also going to be a uh, aesthetics vote. The aesthetics vote does not affect the combat scores directly unless there's a tie. If there's a tie in the combat, say both craft are knocked out simultaneously, the vote will be the determining factor for the matches. The vote, however, will allow people to accumulate aesthetics points, and at the end of the tournament, whoever has the most aesthetics points will have a chance at earning a separate victor's title. So there's a chance to get for two champions to emerge from this tournament, one for combat, one for aesthetics. If somebody gets both the most aesthetics points and wins the tournament, then they get a supreme. Um, I think there's a title for it. There's a separate title for that. In which case they're the sole winner. But that's the details. And one other thing to note is that before we get into this, um, I did not specify that you had to put your props in outside the craft. They do have to be facing forward or backwards, and they cannot be used to maintain. They can only be used for horizontal flight. They can't be used to like give upward thrust, although they can be angled a little bit to account for you know drop or elevation in the nose. So you may see some craft. I know these two particular. You may see these rear. Let's do this real quick. There we go. Let the mimic slow down. You may see these rear fans get blown off. There's more fans inside. You can kind of see the top of them. No, you can't really, but there's some propellers inside them. So you may see some aircraft like these that get all obvious signs of propulsion shot off, and they keep flying. So if you see that, that's just because the rules allow people to stack Deady blades inside of their aircraft. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just get right into it. We'll go ahead and review these. Since I was over here, I might as well start with these. This is the Blue Angel and the Red Devil. I believe their team name is Whispers. This is made by Harness1977. They are, as far as I can tell, two identical aircraft um, with either two. I think they've got two separate AI settings, and they've got two separate ammunition loadouts for the guns. I think the Red Devil closes in, and the Blue Angel stays out at distance. And they're facing off against the Love Charger by T3hJimmer, who opted for a single aircraft to be built and made this monstrosity. That's a bunch of overlapping deaded blades. I'm not sure if that symbology is intentional or not. That looks uncomfortably like something else. Um, but yeah, he's got this massive twin-barreled railgun in the front, a bunch of deaded blades at the back, and I'm pretty sure this thing just has a slow turn radius and a huge punch. So we're gonna watch as our first two contestants get underway. I've carried this on long enough. 3, 2, 1, fight! Now, right away, I'm going to say I think T3hJimmer has the far superior firepower, but he's grossly outnumbered. So it's really going to come down to how quickly he can eliminate um, the combatants. Oh yeah, another thing to note, shields were allowed. So you'll see the shields flickering on aircraft. And that's okay. That's part of if you were able to fit enough engine power to put shields on these, you can have that. It looks like right away T3hJimmer's aircraft has taken some pretty bad damage and has gone straight into space, or hit the atmospheric ceiling anyway. Now, the rules do state if it stays up there for more than 30 seconds and shows no sign of being able to control its flight, it will be disqualified. So at about 3 minutes 52 seconds, if I don't see this thing regaining the ability to come back down and fight with its opponents, it's going to be disqualified. And we'll move on to the next match. These are best of 3, 5 minutes each. Oh, there he goes. Down he goes. You see the Blue Angel and the Red Devil up there looking for him. Okay, I think it's reestablished stable flight. It is now running away. Well, it's running away. Yeah, it's running away from the Blue Angel and the Red Devil, who are turning around to fight it again. Neither side has sustained a significant amount of DQ points yet. I'm not liking the Love Charger's behavior. It's looking very much like it's out of control here. This is not looking good for it. At the 3-minute mark, if it keeps doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and disqualify it and move on to the next one, because it's pretty clear that it's not trying to make any sort of controlled movement back towards the opponents. It's just kind of looping out of control. Yeah, it's constantly going vertical and doing this. I think it's out of this. Well, that didn't take long. That was very effective. So we'll move on to the next one and do the setup. And yeah, I'm just gonna do all this right here, where you can see it. I am not gonna fuss about it. We're just gonna let that load in. Did that that terrain has not loaded in? Okay, we're just gonna have to accept that that's there. Sometimes the map be like that. All right, 3, 2, 1, fight. Match 2, or round 2 of the first match. Another stream of projectiles coming out of Red Devil and Blue Angel. I knew I was gonna get those two confused. T3hJimmer's Love Charger not firing, not landing any shots, and again spiraling. Has it lost control? I don't know. Oh, it's definitely getting shot. Oh, that was an EMP blast. Looks like it's alive still. The Blue Angel is. And Love Charger narrowly missing. Uh-oh. It's gone below. Oh, no. It's hit the ground. You can see the DQ points racking up over there. 1,000 DQ points is the max. Oh, no. Yeah. T3hJimmer's aircraft is down. Now, you are allowed to try to take back off and... well, you're allowed to take back off if you can do that, but I think that's it. I saw a major explosion come out the back of the Love Charger as its engines have died and the propellers with it. As Red Devil and Blue Angel do a pirouette of victory, the Love Charger disintegrates. And that is it. Congratulations to Harness with a decisive first victory and early aces. I have been Chromoid, and I will see you guys in the next match.